In part 1, we explored how Miche's survival changed the story of Attack on Titan, but there were a few mistakes I made while exploring that timeline. So in this video, we'll be correcting those errors and expanding on what happens after the scouts take control of the island. First, I mentioned Ymir leaving the scouts to join the military police. Normally this wouldn't be possible as she didn't finish in the top 10 of her cadet class. However, with Historia as queen, she uses her influence to let Ymir in. Second, I mistakenly said that Hanji receives the female Titan and uses it during the operation to clear Walrose of Titans. In reality, Hanji receives the Colossal Titan. Annie is never released from her crystal shell, and she dies after her 13 years are up. In the revised scouting formation, Miche still leads the vanguard and uses his sense of smell to locate nearby Titans, but instead of using the female Titan scream to bait them in, Miche personally draws them towards the formation, where they're wiped out using a combination of thunder spears and the powers of the attack, colossal, and armored Titan. At the end of part 1, I mentioned that the scouts don't work with Zeke and the anti-Marleyan volunteers. As a result, Hizuru never allies with the Eldians, and the island never modernizes. Hanji and Armin continue pursuing diplomacy with the outside world, but they make no progress, and without the rumbling, the island is completely vulnerable. Beyond the island, things take a darker turn. After Marley collapses, the Eldians on the mainland are wiped out. Despite Marley's cruelty towards the Eldians, they still needed them alive to maintain their empire, while the rest of the world wanted to exterminate them. This is why Zeke described Marley as the wall separating Eldians from the rest of the world, and once that wall falls, there's nothing left to protect them. Paradise itself isn't attacked immediately, as the world still fears the rumbling, but over time, as technology advances and surpasses the Titans, that fear fades, and eventually, the island is conquered for its natural resources. Lastly, without Mikasa killing Eren, the curse of Ymir is never lifted. Ymir remains in the past forever, and the power of Titans continues to reincarnate among the few surviving Eldians. So overall, a scenario where Miche survived leads to a good ending for the main characters, and a decent outcome for the world, but it ultimately dooms both Marley and the Eldians in the long run. That wraps up my corrections and final thoughts on a timeline where Miche survives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.